Virgo, how you doing? Welcome to your Astroflower reading for the month of June. A new cycle coming up. Something to do with love, healing, and happiness, basically, which probably we're not used to anymore. And by the readings that I've done so far, it looks like there's a bit of a learning curve of how to sort of get our heads around this new cycle. This month here, a processing of everything. So let's just see what's going on with you. Let's see what the overall energies are for you this month, sorry. Ace of Cups, engaging with this love and happiness of this new cycle that's coming through here. It's also something to be said here about the Ace of Cups is something that is offered by the world that is around us, the universe in a way, and I think it's offered because you put your cup into it as well, which makes the Two of Cups. And with the Two of Cups, it's the unification of your higher self. And the overall energy here, I think, in this month here is you're into this, you're coming into the last 3 months before your birthday, so you're moving from your summer period into your autumn period. There has been, with most signs, very much an Indian summer in regards to energy. So I think it's going to be a very enjoyable month for you in a way that if you put your passions into it, you will get the returns from your passions. Or if you put your heart's desires or your love or your joy into anything you do, could be on your material side, in your business projects or job, as much as within your relationships. And the overall energy here is sort of saying, we'll match you, dollar for dollar, kiss for kiss sort of scenario. So yeah, I'd put it out there if I was you this month here, Virgo. Yeah, 3 of Cups. Look at that, lovely. This is on your karmic message on your relationship side. So basically, it's asking you to be sociable. You are sociable, Virgo. You tend to be a very sociable animal. And this month here is sort of saying to you, your karmic path is to actually, embrace that social aspect of you. Embrace enjoying being with other people, getting involved in things, enjoying your life, basically. That's what it seems to me like. It's nothing more than that, just pure enjoying yourself. In the first week, because this is what we got, first week, second week, third week, fourth week, it's almost like the universe's way is sort of saying here as well, is the fair exchange. So I wouldn't waste your time on things that don't provide happiness for you. And I would be very sociable with the things that also give you back as much as you can give to it. Like I said with the Ace of Cups. And then that first week is setting the premise for this new cycle, I think, within you. Within your world around you. And it's a good thing for you to realize that your happiness is key to the situation and key to the happiness of others that you care for around you. In the second week, you get the Empress card as well. So the Empress is someone who has conquered their emotions, conquered their sort of emotional side of life, their heart in the way, but not conquered it as in beating it into submission, but conquered it into the idea of understanding what makes you tick. I think that's the most important thing for you more than anything else. What makes you tick? And the Empress also has that ability because she's conquered not only her emotions, but it's also her spiritual and her energy side. So in the second week, because you've got this fair exchange going on, all of a sudden you can connect with lots of things that are going on around you that if you took them individually and put them next to each other, it would seem very chaotic. But you're going to see the synergy that comes out of this, how it all sort of connects together, which provides for you a very happy time, but also having control over that happiness, having control over how you interact with other people and what sort of interactions you have with other people. That's that second week. In the third week, you get the devil. Interesting. Capricorn card. So you might well be meeting Capricorn in the third week, but also I think it's being a bit obsessive as well, but not in a nasty way. I don't seem to get that. I don't seem to get that off your relationships either. It's not as if, like, I don't feel that there's someone obsessive within your life or controlling within your life. I think this is more of a case that you're going to be obsessive about enjoying life. I think that's what's coming out of it, and I think that's what you get out of the direction of the Empress card in the second week. And then you really start applying it within your life, and you start getting obsessed about being happy. Not in a way kind of going, oh, I want to be happy. No, it's more of a case of being obsessed about sort of saying, this makes me happy and this makes me happy, then therefore I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do anything else. And this is the possibility of it as well. It could be for some of you that someone is a bit sort of controlling around you. I don't want to say dishonest, because that's not true of the devil. The devil is not dishonest. The devil cannot lie. That's his weakness in a way. And so I really don't think it's that. I really think it's more of a case of you being obsessed about your happiness more than anything else. And then you have the Magician in the fourth week, and the Magician has all these attributes that are around him, very similar to the Empress card in a way, but he has all these sort of attributes around him that he can use in order to manifest the ultimate future that he just so desires. And with that concentration of energy within him, or the concentration of clarity of thought, and how you put your heart's desires into your life, it's going to be, this is where this obsession about what you want out of life is going to help you to manifest the relationships or the emotions that you so wish to explore and experience within the world that is around you. It looks like a really nice, progressive, very constructive, emotional and relationship side. Gives it a lot of clarity, I think, but certainly a lot of fun to be had. It seems very vibrant coming off this side more than anything else, and it certainly feels within the last third of the month, in the last sort of 10 days, that really comes to a sort of crescendo out of your life. But there is a little bit of a clarity at the beginning that needs to happen. And this could be about this new cycle of love and happiness and stuff like that. And being clear with yourself will make you, will bring you greater happiness, I think. But it is about socializing and having fun, basically, for you. Let's just see what's happening on your material side of life. You got the Nine of Swords. That's your karmic path. I'm not sure if it's your karmic path to worry about things and to be caught in a repetitive nightmare, because that's what it's about, that card there. And I don't think it's that. What I think it is here is your karmic message is sort of saying to you, you've got to stop worrying about the future for your material path, for your job, your business and your projects, because it is creating a repetitive nightmare which you keep stabbing yourself in the foot with. That's what it seems like. So work hard and play hard, I think, is the best lesson that comes out of this. And being very conscious about what you know, your capabilities, because you're very capable, Virgo. You're one of the world's best networkers, along with Libras, and you have that capacity to open up opportunities which no one can see, and whether they're going to work or not is another matter. But I think it's something that you need to learn in this new cycle of sort of loving and happiness and this healing factor, that you've got to get past those woes and worries about. And it's almost as if, like, I'm almost getting it's like sort of like worrying that people are going to do you wrong. And if you worry too much and you put up too many boundaries, that's what could it could impeach you from going forward and creating a lot of things in life. It may slow you down and stop you from creating. Let's just see what's going on in the first week. You got this Page of Swords. So converting ideas into solid reality, or at least putting them down in a plan. And that's what seems to be coming up for you here within your material. So if you want a particular type of job, or if you want your career path to go in a particular way, or if you want your projects to sort of come to fruition in a particular way, or you want your business to grow, you've got to be able to have those ideas. And it's all very well having those ideas, and you're a bit of an idea machine as well. You can come up with loads of ideas, but it's actually converting them into reality, which can sometimes be difficult for you, Virgo. So here, I think in the first week here is really concentrating. If you concentrate your time and effort and actually getting those ideas across the line and into reality, it will really help you out in the going forward. Yes, it will, because you've got the Six of Wands. It is that righteous place. You have the right to be on that horse. You are the winner here. It's with that success, it brings notoriety. Not necessarily notoriety, but people will be looking at you saying, Virgo's got it going on. Virgo's winning it. And it's because you've given time over to actually give a little bit of constructive time to your ideas, which is going to, in the second week, is going to bring in good results for you already. And I think you're going to feel like you're winning, basically. It feels like you're winning. And I think it's because you put your passions into it, or your heart's desires, with that Ace of Cups. After that, you get the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, it's concentrating on one thing after the other, in a very methodical way, going about creating your own success. In the third week, you're going to get into that rhythm. Now you're getting success out of it in the second week. So this could be a new job that comes in for you in the second week, because you've had the ideas and you've converted it into realities, because you've written that letter or written that CV to send it off to someone, and you've got the results coming in. And that helps you to then get that position where you can then start concentrating on one thing, getting one thing done before you move on to the next thing. I think that would really help you out in the third week. And in the fourth week, yes, I think it's going to bring you fortune. It's going to bring you really, really good results. Not just financially, but also through sort of respect, and also sort of through kudos is the word that's coming to mind. It allows you to be in that magical position where the wheel of fortune is spinning for you, and you can choose the direction that which you exit that wheel of fortune. And this is where putting things into, ideas into reality, getting the success out of it, concentrating on a certain one thing at a time in order to produce that perpetual wheel of fortune for you. And once it starts bringing in that fortune for you, that success for you, all of a sudden that's going to allow you as well to have one of those tools to manifest the best things out of your relationship side as well. It's really quite nice. Really good month for you, I think, Virgo. Very, very good month for you. Let's just clarify with the Light Seers cards. Let's just clarify the overall energy on the relationship side. Six of Pentacles, it's reiterating that, I think. I think this is the basis of all of what's going to happen in the next month. Making sure that you get as much out of it as everybody else, basically. That's what it seems like for me. With the Three of Cups, you get the Two of Swords. Your karmic mission. Yeah, I think this is a case of, it does back up the Six of Pentacles again, but it also helps you with the Empress card here. As I said, the Empress can make reality out of the chaos that is the world around you. I say chaos, it's just different ways of connecting with reality. So it could be through sight, through sound, through smell, through taste, through touch, and all of that sort of like dovetails into one reality that is in front of you. But in order to do this, and to not just go out there just socializing for socializing's sake, there is also a learning curve that's going on for you here. And in order to do that, the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords, you've got to take the blindfold off. You've got to see things in a slightly different way, or see the larger picture, and you'll realize that actually there's a lot of prosperity within your relationships if you choose to go in that way. With the Six of Pentacles, you get the Seven of Wands. Yeah, it's centralizing yourself. It's concentrating on yourself, basically. That is the foundation for this month. If you concentrate on your well-being, all your socializing and your relationships around you will fall in line with that. So I think concentrating on having the starting point of your happiness being of a case of you being happy is a good place to start the month. Through the Empress card, as I said, she has control over her emotions. That's what the Empress is. The Emperor has control over his physical side. And this is what the King of Cups represents as well. Having control over your emotions. And being fully in touch with your emotions. Having control over your emotions doesn't mean suppressing them at all. If you think that control over your emotions, it means like someone who hasn't got any emotions whatsoever, you're wrong. It's actually knowing what point to be happy, what point to be angry, what point to be determined, what point to be submissive, or what point to be, constructive, or whatever. It's going to make your life very easy if you can know at what point you need to be in touch with what emotions, basically. And that's what comes to you in the second week of June. In the third week of June, well, you get the Devil cards and you get the Five of Wands. There could be a bit of conflict or competition, I guess, with someone who is controlling. I guess there is that aspect of it all. And I think everybody's got someone within our lives like that, that probably needs dealing with, and you may well have to deal with someone like that. But at the same time, the Five of Wands is a learning card, and I think this is what this month is about, is setting ourselves up for this new cycle. And the learning curve here is to be the best example of who you are. And I think this is where you need to be a little bit obsessive about that. Obsessive about your happiness. And it's not that you need to fight for your happiness, but I think you need to realize that actually your happiness depends on how you apply your passions in life and how you apply your heart's desires in life as well. Once you learn that, all of a sudden you have the control. That's where you get the magician card. You can manifest as you so desire for this coming future. And you get the Queen of Wands here as well. So it's concentrating on the little things that create passion for you will actually create a lot of passion around you. It's also concentrating on the here and now, basically, because that's how manifestation happens. Once you can concentrate on the here and now and concentrate on your passions and so forth, you will find yourself in a position where you have control over manifesting your beautiful life that you can so create for you. Okay? And that comes out in the 4th week, basically. And I think from that time on, you're off and running. Once you get into July, there you're going to be really into autumn period. And that's when the self-reflection of the past year, what has worked, what hasn't worked, what do I want to do in the future, and everything like that will come into play. But this week here is setting up the tone for the next sort of 2-3 months as far as I can tell. Okay, let's have a look what's going on in your material side of your life. Hangman, seeing things in a different light. I think this is what this ties into. First things first, this 9 of Swords. Learning about doing things differently, learning about how to deal with your stress, not allowing the world around you to stress you out, basically. That's what I think the Hangman is about as well. And it's also learning to convert those ideas into reality and seeing things differently, of doing things in a slightly different way in order to get there. Yeah. Oh, no, sorry, it was the 9 of Swords with the 9 of Swords. I was just about to say. I think hitting it pretty much on the button there. I think it does tie into the Page of Swords, because obviously I wanted to put it there. But I think it's basically this fear of failure, which we all have, but you have in particular, Virgo, because you're very, very precise in the way you do things. This fear of failure comes out of those ideas you have, and not being able to convert them into reality. And this is where you need to sort of break that chain. Ace of Wands, passion, out with the old and in with the new. This is what also ties into the Hangman, seeing things in a different way, getting those ideas onto the reality page in a different way, using those inspirational, passionate ideas and things that flow through you in order to get those ideas onto reality that is around you. With this 6 of Wands, you get the Emperor. So we've got the Empress on this side, now we've got the Emperor on that side. These are beautifully situated. It looks like a very harmonious situation for you here, Virgo. Really nice between the relationship side and the material side. The 6 of Wands, recognition, success, winning, righteous place, as it were. Your righteous path, and this is going to really empower you. I think it's because if you learn to put your ideas into reality, you're going to feel really confident about life. You're going to be confident about who you are, where you're going, what you're doing, and it's gonna be a perpetual thing in a way. With the 2 of Pentacles, you get the King of Pentacles. This is really nice now. Concentrating on one thing at a time will give you that understanding and that knowledge and that abundance as well, with that King, with that Queen, with that 10 of Pentacles. I'll get there in a minute. But if you just notice, the King of Pentacles here, the King of Pentacles is based upon knowledge and understanding. That is his wealth. That is his position within the collective, within his family, friends, community, but also within his business, within his career path, and etc. He has that confidence to go forward because he's done the work. He's understood a lot of things. And that's what's happening in that first part of the week. It's bringing success. And through the understanding of that success gives you a methodical way of creating perpetual fortune for you, if you so desire. And that will come out in the following year. Five of Pentacles. Did we get it anywhere else when we didn't? I'll tell you what, I was getting really optimistic because everybody's had the Five of Pentacles. Not that I don't like the Five of Pentacles. It's not necessarily a bad card. It is on your financial sort of side. And this could tie into a little bit about your woes and worries. I think if you strike out towards your goals and you start really methodically sort of creating your success and that confidence within you, the fortunate side of it is going to make you stand out from the rest. It's going to make you feel like that you're separated from everything. And I think it's almost, because I said every single card has had, every single sign has had the Five of Pentacles. And I was surprised it didn't come out anywhere else, and it's only come out in the last card. But it could well be money loss for you. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Nothing ventured, nothing lost. You know, you could say that as well. But loss is part of it. But it is part of that learning curve as well, and seeing things in a different way. I have been saying for most people that it's self-imposed isolation. And I don't think it's self-imposed here. I think it's a case of through your success and through your persona and the power, or the, because you've got the Emperor and the King of Pentacles on that side, through that position that you should be creating where I know, therefore I am, will people may find you a little, you know, they might be jealous of you a little bit. And this, they may sort of try and push you out into the cold, as it were, because they're jealous of you. But I think it's something that you can rise way above. And it also, I think as well, this change of fortune may bring you into the fold. So it may revert this Five of Pentacles in a way that you may have been out in the cold, and now it brings you into the fold. From the C to the F, as it were, from cold to fold. There is a degree. There is also something to be said that it's like a blessing in disguise as well. I think it's the end of any complications you might have had with your financial situation. I think this is what is the end of this woes and worries of these Nine of Swords, which we're getting out down here. It's coming to the end by the end of the month, because you've done that work or you should be doing that work in the beginning part of the month. Yeah, there you go, Virgo. Thank you very much for being here. Don't forget, I did do the collective reading as well, which isn't a great reading on a dolmen. I couldn't get out there again today because it's just been so windy. It's just been impossible to do any readings out there. So I found a nice secluded place here. So thank you very much for here, and sort of like going to see that collective reading. Don't forget, we'll also be having your weekly readings coming out this weekend, and I'll possibly see you the following weekend over at Veritas Tarot, where we'll be doing a live and answering your questions through tarots, dowsing your chakras and your aura, and also using a lot of intuition, not only on Victoria's side but also on my side. It's going to be a very interesting sort of a couple of hours. Yes. So I may see you over for that. It will be all linked in the description below over to Victoria's channel. So you can get over there and see how you can get involved. It'd be absolutely brilliant. Yeah, it's only left for me to say, don't forget, life should be fun. So please do enjoy.